Well. Morning, everyone. How's it going? Hopefully everything is okay with you. Streaming live now, starting. Let me check everything is okay. My bot is somehow not loading up. Welcome. All right. Okay. Very strange. Okay, hold on. Streambot is running now. Okay. Right, guys, what's going on? Welcome to the stream. And we are going to be getting started. I'm just checking the health of the stream, make sure everything is tip top. Yeah, seems like it's doing okay. All right. So the audio seems to be okay as well. Perfect. Let's test the bot again one more time. Welcome. Anywho, so first thing first, let's get our economic calendar. Just quickly gonna check the economics calendar today. What we're looking for. Tuesday, 10 a.m. CB consumer confidence. So that's yeah, not a massive one, but still, nevertheless, it is high impacted economic news. So yeah, I'm going to be watching for that 10 a.m. Which is in line with when I trade, to be honest. So I'm going to have to be a little bit careful. The rest, we have tomorrow. ISM manufacturing PMI, that is, I think, higher impact news. And then we have on Friday ISM services PMI. So yeah, not much of a big massive news this week, to be honest. So that's fine. No need to worry about too much on it. It's not unemployment rate or FOMC or CPI and stuff like that. So what are we looking at? Let's have a first of all look at SPY. SPY is trading at 398, which basically is trading right around the close of yesterday. So yesterday gaps up and really does fill the gap. So it goes kind of really strong, breaks the 400 very easily, continues to creep along, and then just completely rejects. From there onwards, it was all downhill. So all going downhill. There was some opportunities around here, around the VWAP area. Beautiful. A few opportunities here. This is our 1M200 strategy that has played out really nicely here. We've got conditions meeting up really nicely. Goes up, extended from the 200 EMA, comes under 200 EMA, and pulls back to the 200. And the low of these swing lows is your entry, with the high being the exit or stop. And yeah, it just gave us, I would say, at least 2 or 3 hour compared to the stop. So very, very quick trade there. That would have worked out really nicely. And then the rest. So to be honest, it looks at the moment, SPY looks to be under pressure. I'm not gonna lie, because we are kind of seeing the push happen on SPY, but it's barely pushing beyond pre-market highs and stuff like that. It initially pushes gaps up, but then reclaims and gap fills either on the pre-market itself or later during the day when the market's open. So not looking really good for the SPY, but I still consider SPY to be, I'm not too worried about it unless it starts to break 393s, which is not too far off, to be honest, right? Maybe 394s, this area here. If we start to break that, then we have an issue. We have an issue. Why do I say that? Well, that could mean that we are pretty much either going in a range, or we are actually continuing to stay weak with SPY overall generally. So we shall find out, because at this point it has been making higher highs, higher lows, and as long as this holds, that will still be active, that will still be valid. So we want to make sure that that stays the same, and if it does change, then we should be looking into changing our bias as well from longs to maybe shorting opportunities. So I'm not too strongly biased, to be honest, on SPY at this point, because it's right at the lows of right at this trend line that it was bouncing from. Whether it takes it out or not will be at what is it called, deciding factor for me to even consider basically bias approach on it. So 50-50, I'm going to take it as it is. If it starts to move trend higher, then I'll look for longs. If it starts to show weakness, then I'll start to looking for shorts. So very simple 50-50 non-biased approach to the market for today, and in fact maybe this week. So with that being said, let's have a look at the big names that we could be looking at. What is showing strength, what is showing weakness? So basically Tesla is showing again very strong strength. It's showing strength overall, intraday and daily. So really looking good. If I'm going to be longing anything, it's probably going to be Tesla, because yesterday market was basically washing off at this point, and Tesla didn't even care. Tesla said, well, you know what, you do your thing, I'm gonna do my thing, and just creeped up higher and higher. So that's a sign. And yesterday, by the way, it gaps up quite a bit and actually closes up very, very nicely and nice and strong. And still today gap up, and it hasn't even closed. It hasn't gotten close to the close of the gap or gap fill. So definitely strong. One of the strongest contenders for long opportunities is Tesla. Amazon was weak yesterday. I was looking for shorts on this one earlier on, but it just didn't do it. Very choppy, as you can see. But I just don't like the intraday price action on this one. Let's have a look at Apple. Was also one of those that was actually staying strong. Yeah, it washed off, but not as much as SPY, I guess. Like Apple is hard to say, guys. I mean, Nvidia was also one of the strong ones that gapped up quite a bit yesterday. And did it hold this gap? Kind of held it, but today it's actually sort of respecting SPY's moves. Whatever SPY is doing is actually weaker than SPY. So relative weakness is there. And I can understand that as well. Why? Because Nvidia is a bit extended to the upside, to be honest, from 130, 140s all the way to 240s, almost 240s. That's $100 move. That's huge in the span of what, a month or two. I know Tesla has done it, but usually Nvidia doesn't really sort of move like that. So I'm expecting a bit of a pullback coming in, maybe bigger pullback than this. So probably 220s to even 210s ideally in the next in the span of 2 weeks or so, we might see that. So kind of a bit short biased on these ones, to be honest. MSFT is showing weakness. Daily is weak. Intraday is weak. I guess. Yeah. So yeah. And we have what was it? We have Meta. Meta was basically pretty much like Spy. What Spy did, it went. Initially, it started to climb up, but it actually failed before Spy did. So it was relatively weak, and it stayed weak for the whole day. And only recently it's been actually pulling back big time from these moves, these big moves from 110s or 120s all the way to 200s almost. That's like $80 move. The pullback was due on this one. This is what I mean by on Nvidia we are looking for a bigger pullback. This pullback from this move is kind of okay. I would still expect a bit more, to be honest. But if it holds around here, guys, let's say Meta starts to hold 169s, okay, or 167s, which is previous day's low right there. That is probably the low for a while, and that could be the reversal point if it wants to stay basically strong. So that's what I'm watching today. I might be looking into maybe, but it's still early to call because it's just right at the bottom and it could easily take out that 167s and go for a big massive pullback towards 160s. So yeah, I'm going to be careful, but I am watching this for possible swing ideas, to be honest. Possible swing ideas on META. Okay, so the other ones, let's have a look. Others I'm watching. RC was yesterday's gap down, and this is the thing with gap down. It just doesn't really have that follow through, to be honest. That's why I don't like to trade gap downs. It just doesn't have the follow through. It actually reclaimed quite a bit of it. So are we going to see maybe momentum to the upside? Maybe, but it's not worth it. I'm just going to remove it. Remove this thing, baby. LI was also yesterday's gapper because of earnings and it didn't do anything. So remove. FREY. I'll cover this in a minute because I took this trade yesterday. CFRX yesterday gaps up. And this is what I meant by understanding what sort of stock you're trading and what are the characteristics of this stock. This stock had about 500,000 float or shares outstanding. They are very close to each other anyways. The float and the shares outstanding is very close to each other. So the float was very low on this one, and easily I was mentioning right over here somewhere, this thing is going to be manipulated heavily, and then it's going to be dumped. Exactly what happened. Just ran up right at the open. They made it ran up towards as much as they could towards the sevens, and then just complete dump. Why? Because if somebody is holding this, most of the shares on this stock and float locking it, locking the float, if you don't know what that concept is, you can search Google. It will explain you, and maybe in Investopedia as well. Search for float lock or locking the float, something like that. So what that means is this stock has 500. Let's say 500,000 shares outstanding for public to trade. Let's say one entity, one company or one big investment bank actually buys the whole 500,000. That's called locking the float. So basically they've got all the outstanding shares in their hands, and they can pretty much do what they want with it. They can just hold it, right? So if nobody is basically selling it, and people want to buy it, guess what? The demand goes through the roof. So you see these kind of moves happen because people are willing to pay higher prices because there's no shares on the market to be sold at this price. So the people holding this thing is saying, you know, I'm not going to sell it at 4. I'm going to sell it at 5. Do you want to buy it? So people are like, yeah, well, let's buy it. People buy it at 5. And then that's when you get these big moves. But anyways, so they control it, and then eventually, obviously, they run it up to massive levels, or doesn't have to be levels as well. They just sort of run it up as much as they can, and then they decide whether they're gonna actually dump it or not. And that's when you can take advantage of that if you know these kind of stocks exist and these kind of tricks and what do I call that? Like tips and cheats and tricks happen in this kind of industry. But you have to know, you have to anticipate this. A lot of people who are actually breakout traders are right at the open, they would have gotten caught on this one big time. Big dump comes in, it's too late for that. So you have to anticipate that. And then basically after that, all day washer or all day fader, right? As you can see, it actually gapped up to 6 and ended up around under 5. It goes all the way to 7s as well. Today, I'm expecting this to be actually closing the gap. There you go. Yeah. So I am going to remove that because that's out of question whether we want to trade or not. That just shouldn't be even in my watch list. Yesterday was the day we kept it because it was on play. It was in play. Not today. Not today. Okay, what else did we have yesterday? Yesterday we had LAZR, and I was mentioning the second day continuation could coming in over 836 break. 836 break was around here basically. Breaks it, goes in and out of it. You probably might have gotten knocked out of it if you had taken anything on this one. And then maybe later it gave you another chance to actually take it for possible really decent move, to be honest. From 840s all the way to 920s, almost $1 move for a $9 stock. It's almost 10%. So that wasn't bad. Now, to be honest, the volume is still there. I'm not gonna lie. But the probability of this continuing to take out the highs of yesterday is pretty much not there. So if I'm going to keep this, I'll probably keep it for some shorting opportunities because we've had quite a bit of move from 5.5s all the way to 9s. That's almost 100% move in about, what, 3-4 days? Yes, it could definitely take out the 9s, and it just doesn't look like one of those stocks that could actually squeeze out massive 100% or 200-300% moves in a week or so. This just doesn't look like it. So, however, having said that, we do have volume that is actually rising. That's the only concern for shorts. I am short biased on it, yes. I'm a bit concerned about this volume that's actually rising from where it started. To be honest, if it was losing momentum, the volume should have died down. In fact, it should have been decreasing as well. So that's kind of giving me a little bit of a tickle in my brain, if there is such a thing. Just trying to warn me of, there's something off about this if you want to short it. However, if you want to long it, even then, I see a lot of resistance up ahead to the 924s, 950s, and then 10s. Huge overhead resistance. So yeah, just be careful, but there could be some plays on this one. That's why I'm going to keep it on my watch. Beyond, we kept it because because of earnings. It actually had an earning, ran up really nicely post earnings, and then gave back most of the run. In fact, SPY didn't help before Beyond, sorry. And then yesterday was just, not much doing. Like, it just didn't do anything, really. beyond, I'm gonna remove it. Now, yesterday's trade, the only trade I took was over here, guys. And if I could just bring up the... So sometimes I'll put out these ideas, swing ideas. By the way, solid, I saw this chart. I know what you mean, but trying to sort of, I know it's related to the AI that I was looking for, but I'm just trying to keep the swing ideas room clean because this is more like an alert. But chart reviews or trade reviews could be actually, this could have been put over here. So I'm trying to keep it clean. So if I can just remove this with your permission, obviously. I've read your message and I know what you mean. Thanks for that. But don't get me wrong when I remove it, please. Yeah. I'm just going to keep it clean because I have got entries and I've got ideas on this one so I can actually relate to. Yesterday, entry, fray, long, 890s, stop low of day. So that's the only trade I took yesterday, guys. Right? Long 890s, right? And I didn't mention it because later after the stream, I actually took it out. I was actually in the stream quite a few times. I did mention 950s, close to 950s, 947, 948s. I will take some partials out. I believe I took some here, but that was outside the what is it, stream, outside the stream, so I couldn't really sort of let you guys know. But if somebody was following this trade, they should have definitely known that I was going to take that partial around close to 945 and over or close to 950s, which was perfect. So partial taken on this one, really nice. And now all I need to do is on this bad boy, wait for the yesterday's high to break, 950. And that breaks, I might even add to it, guys. Yeah. So I'm going to pretty much add to it 950 breaks, but I'm just not going to add it as it breaks. I'm going to wait and see what it does around the open. If it does break at the open, I'm not going to probably touch it. But if it breaks later on, after it's actually done its choppy price action, like this, as you can see, then I will go in with some more size on this one. So potential for ads on this one is definitely there. Looking really good, that trade. So yeah, Frey was one, and the other ones that I'm keeping, by the way, is SHC is just not doing much, to be honest. I might actually exit that. I took it 1750s. It ran up to 1770s, even more the other day. But it's just not doing anything, so I probably will be taking this out, guys. Probably today. So that's going to be a small loser. But XM, XM basically yesterday did a really good move for a partial. But I've taken so much partial. If you are following me, we've taken this obviously to 1450s. These are the ones, the entries, and the partials are in red. There's a lot of partials here as well, but I just don't want to put every small little partial that I take. But I really wanted this to be yesterday holding close to 17s. That's fine. Yesterday it actually broke above 17s, 1730s almost, and then came down, which was expected because it had the really decent move. The only issue with this one is it actually didn't hold. This is what I was looking for. So you see this area here, this resistance line around 17s. This line needed to be left behind, and I didn't want this to be closing under. So today I'm gonna watch again, same sort of case scenario. Yesterday I mentioned 17. If it does actually go back up to 17s and starts breaking that, I might add to it. I already have a trade running on this one, so yeah, looking rather nice. All right, that's pretty much it. That is pretty much it, guys. And let's have a look at today. What are we looking at? Quickly, I'm going to go through my scanners, guys. Let's have a look. AMC is popping, FSR and laser. Okay, so AMC and FSR, let's have a look at that. We might put AMC because it's actually really looking good on daily, to be honest. And FSR, I'll come back to AMC in a minute. And FSR is also pretty much earnings related gap. Yeah, so I'm gonna keep that one as well. I'll probably keep that. Volume is good. Yep. UNP. 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 Let's have a look. Ooh. Okay, well, it's not really. I don't like it. I don't like it. Tesla, obviously, we have that on the list. AMC, FSR, laser. We have LAZR. When I say laser, LAZR or LAZR. Mara, CVNA. CVNA yesterday had a decent day, RIVN. CVNA is also one of those that I'm watching for possible swing ideas. But it's actually gone away. No, this just is gone. It's done. Unless it starts to take that 10 back again, which is going to take a while. So that's not good for us. AMC and laser we already have. We don't have anything there. Okay. Let's have a look at pre-market now. What are gapping up? CDIO. Let's have a look at that. With some decent volume actually. What is the price? Price is also good. CDIO. Oh. So they basically launched an approved device, which is basically an early detection. It just helps early detect the heart diseases. Could be big, could be very big. So this has a big catalyst behind it too. So this, please be careful shorting this thing. Be very careful shorting this thing. In fact, I might actually trade this pre-market as well. This looks good. CDIO, guys. CDIO has a good catalyst. I'm just gonna write it here because I don't need to. Can't remember all the things. Actually, very good catalyst, I would say. Good catalyst. It's actually kind of long right now. Actually, I'm looking for it to break that 330. If it does, I'm gonna take it. I know it's chasing, but it's a chase size anyways. It's a chase size for sure. With the stop under 3. Okay, it's playing around, so it will come back to that 330 break. I'll keep an eye on it. In fact, it's coming back now. There it goes. Okay, 331s. So 331s on this one, I am in. Could still be playing around, could still be like these things could take a while before it starts to move, but I wanna I want to be able to catch it if it starts to actually take out the high of day, high of pre-market, which is very close to it now, 340s. So yeah, just starting on this one. Later on, I might get the chance to add to it as well, guys. So long on this one, 331s long, CDIO with a stop just under threes, basically. In fact, we can keep it up on, until 2.8. But yeah, that's really nice volume rising now, so it should be able to break that 340. And yeah, volume is rising, eating away all the shorts. Right now, I know it's a good catalyst, but we also have to be aware that these are low price stocks, and they do get heavily shorted. And if there's not enough buyers for those shorts, then we might have a rug pull as well. So be mindful that they could produce, they could anticipate those kind of moves coming into it. But I doubt on this one, because there's so much volume coming in on this one, guys. It's massive. All of these mostly are investors, I think. So they're not really sort of buying and selling. They're just buying and holding. Hopefully that's the case. And if that's the case, we might be in the right stock. CDIO looking good. RNER, just very strange looking chart on daily. I don't like it. Really don't like it. It is a gapper, yes, it's gapping up to 7s around this area here, but it's already gapped up to 8.5s, and it's actually failed off of it, so it's trading at 7s now. So it's very choppy. In fact, I might, you know, if I was going to trade this, it's probably going to be short opportunities on this one, not longs, unless it breaks the high of day, high of pre-market. RVMD. RVMD is gapping up because of earnings. Unfortunately, again, these kind of ones that no volume whatsoever, but it is a gap up because of earnings. Earnings beat. Nice little beat there. PGNY. PGNY as well is earnings, but this one at least has a little bit more volume. So yeah, I mean, the earnings isn't really surprisingly, shockingly good, but it's still 31 to 35. Yeah, it's a good gap. I think this probably wouldn't have any strength to carry on. If it does, we'll watch it, but not really liking it too much. So, KTB. These are very, again, earnings just, yeah. I would love to see an earnings with some high volume, consistent volume. I get excited about that. Like yesterday we had Frey from earnings, by the way. That decent stock came in from. But remember, in the beginning, look at this. It was low priced. Low volume, very low volume. And I was saying this, this will start to bring in volume. If it does, then I'll be interested. That's when I start looking into it. So those two, PGNY, KTB, might bring in the volume as well. We can't just rule that out because it's still early. I'll keep them on the watch just in case. Just in case. Where's my... So I'm gonna put those two and also KTB. We have PGNY. Okay, so we have PGNY. PGNY, really bad volume, even normally intraday, and the range is basically 330s. So 30s all the way to range is not too bad, to be honest. $2 range, not too bad. KTB, let's have a look. Yeah, same thing. Look, the volume isn't there really. Like, look at this. You can't trade that. But again, as I said, it will bring in volume just like Frey did. Frey normally doesn't have much volume either. Look at this, right? Look at this. It's actually better than the others, to be honest. The only issue on Frey is if we don't see continuation, at least with the volume, and if the volume starts to die down on this one, we have to be very careful with our swing. Same goes with the others as well. Okay, that's pretty much it. Let me just quickly go through previous week's earnings, what we saw, just to make sure that we haven't missed anything. TTD, nothing. Roblox, need to remove that. These are very old earnings. RC, PGNY, KT, FREY, BTU. Okay, so where's BTU, BTU, BTU. Why is my BTU not coming? Very strange. Okay, that's gonna go as well. MNDY. That's gonna go as well. CAR. Also. Also is gonna go. XM is. Alright, so I've cleaned that up. And that's pretty much it. Let's have a look what we got. Meta, Nvidia, laser. Let's have a look at these now. Laser, rig, fro. Fro is looking good. We might get some opportunity on this one. Intraday not good. DK and G. DK and G. Not too bad. This one kind of looks not too bad, to be honest. GGTX not looking good. AI. I'm still waiting for AI early entry of 23s and then 24 AI entry add for possible swing ideas on this AI. As long as this is the main one that I'll be watching for possible swings today, as I did yesterday. So keep an eye on that. So we should be since today. I'm gonna be putting AI. Okay, I've already done that. IQ is also popping somewhat. On the break of 8, IQ looks interesting as well. We recently had an earnings as well, which didn't really do much, which means it's either gonna stay strong or can just a little bit before it starts to bake. Try to break that 8. If it doesn't, then it's gonna probably chop around, maybe even dip a little bit, because it has moved from 2s, by the way, from 2s all the way to 8s, like literally in about what, 3 months. So WBD was missed opportunity, I think, over the break of 15s. It's too late now. FSLY looks interesting as well, but it might take a few days for it to play out. VLY. Yeah, I like this one as well. But the problem is, again, it's just intraday. The volume isn't really good. Nothing really excited about. Apart from AI, if it does actually start to bring volume and it takes over 23s and 24s, that's the only thing I'm excited about if it does happen. If not, then yeah, just not much really. These volumes, horrible. This is the one I missed. SMCI. I had this trend line on the break of trend line. I was actually going to take it, 85 break, I think. And it just went up really nicely from 85 all the way to now trading at over 100. That's the one I missed. This is actually not too bad either. Which one was that earlier? Spot. Yeah, Spotify. Looks good. That one looks good. Actually, not yet. Okay. Nope. RXTX. Just, yeah. Okay. TGTX. Awesome stuff. TGTX, do I have it here? No, I don't. I'll keep an eye on it. DKNG. UWBDF, MBLI, VIPS. ACLS. Okay, ACLS. AYX. AYX. I'm putting too many on my list. Just talking to myself, because just cleaning up my list of stocks that I'm watching for day trading as well as swing trading. So sometimes it helps if you talk to yourself. Just yeah, it works for me anyways. So I'm not crazy or anything. If you just joined, you might be thinking, what the hell is he talking about? Yeah, it's just talking to myself. Just reminding me of a few things. That's all. That's all, guys. That's pretty much it. Okay. PGNY and KTB. Okay, I'm gonna keep it on SPY. We've got our list anyways. List for the today is AMC, FSR, LAZR, AI, CDIO, and PGNY. CDIO is the proper gapper, yes, and PGNY KTB is earnings gapper, but they don't have volume at all. FREY is basically yesterday's earnings gapper. So these are the ones that we have for the list. I'm gonna post it on Discord, guys, for our members to make it easy for them. Here we go. Watch list for the day, guys. Watch list for the day. So we are actually watching today AMC, FSR, LAZR, AI, FREY, and from gappers we have CDIO, which is a decent gapper with good catalyst, with good price as well. Like it's trading at around $3. PGNY and KTB, very low volume, very low volume. As you can see, 14K, 13K for the course of the pre-market, which the market is almost about to open now, which is nothing. But I'm hoping they will bring more volume because it's earnings gap. It's an earnings gapper, so that's why I'm keeping it. Otherwise, when it comes to gapper, CDIO is the one to keep an eye on, and which is this one, right? It's kind of like curling down, so it might actually pull back to the VWAP. I can withstand that. And I want to give it a chance to work out. All right. Okay, I'm gonna be off, but before I go, I'm just gonna make sure that I put a hard stop if I can. Just make sure I don't leave things without managed. Dude. Okay, that's better. Okay. All right, guys. So I'm gonna be back in about 5 minutes, 7 minutes. Just gonna make myself some drink, and I'll see you guys soon. All right. Yeah, very close to the market open. I will see you. We'll be back. Be right back. Five minutes. We're all good, buddy. We're all good. Welcome. How you doing, buddy? You alright? What are you up to? Snicker is busy with his birthday, huh? Hope he's getting a good treat today. Yeah, birthday sleeping, obviously. He deserves it. He definitely deserves it. There goes, by the way, my CDIO, guys. Let's go, baby. CDIO, let's go. Almost $1 move. Yeah, for sure. A nice volume push. If I can get that $4 to break, boy oh boy, we're gonna look to see what happens. It's already broken the daily levels quite a bit, actually. So we'll see. Actually, around that $2 level, yeah, big rejection coming in right now. So, bro. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. So around 398, probably 97s. I still think that partial is a little bit early. We'll see anyways. So partial a little bit out, not too much. Big push down coming. Big wash. Rejection from 4 was, I mean, that was, you just have to anticipate that from this kind of move anyway. So yeah, very interesting. Dude. Yeah, this is, the rejection is quite strong at this point. I mean, it has a huge gap. We might see a big pullback, so I don't want to obviously risk that with this trade, but I just want it to be holding 3, that's all. And if it shows weakness, then I'll have to get out early as well. But also, it's holding as well. It's actually holding the 3.4 area that it broke out of for a pre-market high. So, yeah. Not too shabby. I'm also waiting on Frey to break 9. If it does break 9, then I'll probably get out of it on FREY. But we shall see what it does. Yeah, I took more out on thingy CDIO, guys. I took more out, 350s, 355s or so. So just been busy with the other things, but I'll mark it up. I'll mark it up. My partials. I believe 395. 395 was a partial. I had limit order there anyways. But this one I had to get out about under 360s. Because I just don't like what it's doing right now. Somewhere there. Still a really good decent trade, but I still always add to it. As long as it's holding that 3, we're fine. We're already out two partials on this one, so it's already looking like a decent trade. I don't really care too much. If it does actually take out 320s, which means it's going to take out the VWAP, then that's when I'm going to exit with a minimum loss on the runner. Overall, it's very strong. It's actually pulling down with low volume, but it's gonna, when it starts to move, that's when it's gonna start to create more volume. It's gonna bring in more volume. So it's really, it's kind of looking good, to be honest. This partial was actually not. It's basically, I just could not hold this this pullback, even though anticipating that there is a pullback coming on this one. I just couldn't hold it. But hey, there could be add points as well on this one. I just wanted to be creating some sort of a pattern that I can keep an eye on. PGNY. PGNY is also, to be honest, this is actually very close to 200 EMA. I'll probably be very careful on this one. And SPY is showing really, like, it's very weak, very weak. SPY is very weak, guys. KTB, no volume at all. I don't like it. So I'm going to remove those two, guys. I just don't like it. No volume. PGNY as well. PGNY has some volume, I'm not going to lie, but it's got massive spread as well. So don't like it. And let's have a look at SPY. SPY is weak. It actually came from 399s, 391.20s, all the way to 396.40s. Looking bad. Daily looks not so good either, because it looks like this trend line is broken to me right now. And this could turn out to be a big red day. Yeah, so I think there's more opportunities to the short side. Which one was I looking for short earlier on? On the big names? Amazon? Was it Amazon? Could have been Amazon. Meta could have been one of those. Meta is strong though. Meta is actually CVNA is moving. CVNA is moving actually. So I'm just a bit curious on this one. The volume picked up here. Breaks that 9. It's a crucial level around that 9 area. Very crucial level. So this could be a good entry around this area here. I'm gonna try it, guys. CVNA. $903s, guys. $903s I got in CVNA. This is the day trade idea, not a swing at this point, but it could turn out to be one. We'll see. It's just a day trade idea. Long CVNA 903. The stop is a little bit bigger than I actually want. Around at the break of 890, 885s, I'll come out of this one. But if it does run a little bit, I'm gonna be partialing out quickly on this one. 912. Okay, good, good, good. There we go. 917s. 19s. Okay, come on, come on. So I'm about to partial anytime now. Okay, okay. 921s. 2s. Alright. 18s. Heavy selling coming in. Yeah, heavy selling pressure. Heavy. MARA as well. Is this related to Bitcoin as well? No, it's EV, isn't it? EV. Bitcoin is running, I believe. So look, there we go. Okay, here we go. Here we go. 923, 25s. Okay, let's go. Let's go. 25s have some numbers. 25 have some numbers. It's about to take it out though. 24s. That's fine. 24s. I took some out, guys. I told you it's going to be a very quick partial on this one because this one initially likes to do that. It's, you know, it will run up and then it will really pull back big time. So I just don't want to get caught in the big pullback. So now I'm comfortable with this trade. Under the break of 9, I'll be exiting for the rest of the trade. So that's also looking good. Very good partial, by the way. Very good partial. What a partial, huh? What a partial. Look at that. No Mercy, what's going on, buddy? Welcome, buddy. Welcome. Uh, 350 break. I'm gonna be adding on CDIO. 350 break, adding on CDIO. 350 break. Anytime now. Let's see. Unfortunately, I got 354, guys. 354, but that's fine. 354. Hold on, hold on, hold on. Let me mark it up later, guys. Heavy short selling coming on this one, but if we get them to be trapped, if this thing takes out the high of day, it's going to be huge squeeze, guys. Huge. 360s. Right, here we go. 63s. Gotta be very quick on this one. 67s. 59s. 60. Let's go, let's go. Okay, that's huge. There's huge sellers at around 368s, 367s. If that lifts, we could see some sort of a push. Nice push to the outside. Here comes a push. Here comes a push. Let's push that 380s. 380s gets pushed. Yeah, still there's huge levels there. 380 needs to get taken out, and then we will see some sort of a decent push to the upside. So yeah, strong wash coming down, which is kind of expected here. Huge volume coming in. Oh yeah, my re-add, I can actually mark it up now, guys. It's 350. I got in for 354. All right, so again, same thing, guys. At the break of the VWAP, now at the break of the VWAP, ideally you want it to wait for it to break that 3, but I'll wait. I'll probably won't wait until it breaks that. So yeah, looks good. This has these have huge potentials. You might want to give a little bit of room to these things, because once it starts to take out the high of day, squeeze is kind of very, very likely on these. But this is already like I've taken two partials on it, so I'm adding a little bit here, so that's fine. I'm not really sort of risking a lot on this now. Again, I'm waiting for CVNA to close below 9, and then I'll exit. I kind of don't like what it's doing right now, CDIO. Kind of don't like what it's doing. It's just created this little higher swing high, basically lower high, in fact, and yeah, that's not looking good, especially the volume that came in, really not good. So I'm going to be very careful on this one, guys. Going to be very careful. If in other circumstances, I would have taken that out right there and then, and I probably would have added as well, but I just want to give this a bit of a fighting chance, just in case if we do see the break of the high of day soon or later, I want to give it a fighting chance, this trade. That's why I'm sticking to my original stop, which will be around 320s, something like that. Let's see what it does. All right. Yeah, I'm out of the CVNA, guys. It was a good, quick profit on that one. I kind of like this. I would call it the break even, to be honest, because my first partials are not that much. So where's CVNA, guys? Where is CVNA? I don't know where my CVNA is here. Okay, here. So I'm out under 9, guys, under 9,896 or something like that. On the remaining one, somewhere there. There you go. This is exactly what I mean by what I meant by I want to make sure that I don't get caught on this big pullback that CVNA usually does. So it's pretty weak. I managed to take some partial on it here, a decent partial, I would say. But at the end of the day, this under 9, although it's like 3-4 cents loser on the remaining partial or remaining position, still is like a break even for me. I'll call it break even, guys. It's just chopping around, dude. I don't want to chase this freaking thingy, man. I was waiting for this shit. Why the fuck not? 338. I've chased it, guys. I've chased it. I know I'm gonna regret this. 23.31 or something like that. Long on this one. So long AI, I've been mentioning this for a long time now. 23.31. I wanted to get close to 23 break. Right there was a really decent entry there. Beautiful entry. I just completely missed it. Freaking wasn't watching it properly. But anyways, this one I'm just gonna leave a little bit of a room, probably towards the break of the VWAP and maybe 2280s. And if it takes that out and it starts trading under, then I'll come out of it. Somewhere around, I would say, right there, somewhere around that area. If it starts trading around that area, I'll come out of it. Maybe retry later. But just remember, this is a chase position. Again, this I will be adding to this along the way because I still think that this is a good swing for the future. CDI is not looking good. This is what I meant by this. I just don't like this curl down, lower high or whatever you want to call it. Right, this thing is not looking good, but also we have higher low that that's not higher low. It hasn't created the swing though yet, so that's wrong. I just wanna. I'm hoping for a higher low, which is not coming. I'm gonna be exiting this very quickly, guys. I just don't want to also prematurely exit. You know what I mean? I don't like premature exits, broskies. Wink, wink. We're all adults here. All right, I'm out. I'm out. I don't care. I don't care. You can call me premature exiter or whatever. You can call me that. Fine. I'm out. I don't like it. And it's going to be bouncing back up. You bastard. There it goes. Wow. Okay, you can definitely call me. I deserve that. Premature exiter. Whatever. Whatever, guys. Whatever. Shit. Now, okay, exit is fine. It's pretty much in between the entry and the add. Still a good, decent trade, to be honest. You know, from 3.20s, 3.30s, all the way to 4s, first exit, and then that 356. Right now, it's actually pushing, so I might actually re-enter this one with a stop still under 320s, 318s. Worst case scenario under 3s. Worst case scenario. So I'm going to be looking into longing a bit of a break at the break of 360. I want to wait for that because I want to wait for this trend line to get broken. I wish... Okay, 351 is a better one as well. I'm going to start 351, 352s, and then break of 360s, I'll add to it. If it goes there, guys. I know it's a bit early, but... yeah. It seems like it's really wanting to go and take that out. But if it doesn't, then we're ready for it. So entry will be 352 and then 362. All right, here we go. Is it going to come down, come up there? Just to mention, I am out on SHC, close to 17s. 40 cents basically, first 40 cents loser on that one. That was a swing idea that just didn't work out. That's fine, 40 cents nothing for those kind of stocks. We normally get $1, $2, $3 on those, so that's fine. Looking like it's holding nicely at the VWAP. All right, here we go. Okay, 350, what did I get? 353? 353? What did I get? Oh, okay, there was a spread a little bit. Okay, 353, that's fine. All right, guys, 353 on on CDIO, and then 362 I'll be adding to it. 362. 362. Just waiting, waiting, waiting. I just wanted to first touch that 362 and see what it does. Now, not touched it. No. At first, it actually traded at 362, but I'm waiting for that 360 to get taken out. Maybe 363. Yeah, here we go. Here we go. 63. Still struggling at 363. Okay, here we go. 361s. 360s, 361s, 58s. All right, washing down. Okay, good that I didn't add there. I was kind of a bit. Now, if it does come back up, we should be good to go for the add. We don't even have to add, basically. We just, this is by the way, our premature exit. Premature exit on this stock. Knowing that I wanted to give this stock a chance. Still, I got excited, guys. What do you want me to do? When you get excited, you get excited. All right, here we go. Come on, come on. 362. What is the high now? 363 break. Yeah, 363 break. 363 break. Come on, buddy. Let's break that. On this one, stop is there. Oh, the trend line is holding. Trend line is holding. Trend line is holding. But remember, also we have this trend line that was holding. So I'm going to give it a chance, fighting chance again. I'm not going to be exiting this time prematurely. It's the theme of the stream today is premature exit. Let's talk about that. Do you suffer from premature exit? I've got a solution. You I was gonna say something really. Anyways, no. No, let's just try to change the topic, guys. How about holding the stock? Anyways, I gotta entertain myself. Nobody entertains me. So I gotta do it for myself. Exit situation. Wait, let's not be too obvious there. That's a good name, though. I like that. Good word. Very nice. I like it. I suffer from it once in a while. Today I suffered from that, you know, God-forsaken word. Hopefully, you know, I'm not going to suffer anymore. Once in a while, you do suffer from it. Every man suffers from it, even women. Although I wish women suffered more, but if you're watching this, we're just joking around, guys. All right, don't take it seriously. There's nothing said that's going to be sexist or anything. It's just a joke. Break already, CDIO. Come on, break already. 363s. Break that thing so I can add to it. What the hell, bro? I'm not asking too much from you, am I? Freaking hell, bro. Yes, it was the tape. Sometimes, you know, when you rely on the tape too much, and I have to rely on the tape on these smaller caps or smaller price stocks, they are more reliable, I would say. But the problem with that is now it's very difficult to rely on the tape. Why? Because it's overcrowded. And when the stock gets too overcrowded, now we were trading about what, 45 million. 45 million. And this stock has an outstanding share of, actually it has quite a lot, no, 10 million. So this has actually float rotated 4 times. It's rotated its float 4 times. I bet its float is about what, 10 million or so. I'm pretty sure it is. Let me check flow. Okay, before I check, I think it's I'm adding here. Come on, buddy. Come on, 362. Yep. 62. Come on. 361s. 360s. Still struggling. Still struggling at that area. Come on. Alright, so let me check the float on this one. It's really not able to break that. Maybe wait for that 365 to hit. I think that's a better idea. Anyways, let me check a float checker. And I want to see what CDIO is bringing up. 6 million, 4.3, 4.4. All right. So it's even lower than 10 million, guys. It's even lower than 10 million. Here we go. Here we go. 362, 365. I'm just waiting for that. Maybe that 365 gets hit. Okay, here we go. Here we go. 363, 363. There we go. All right, that might be a fake breakout. We have to be careful with that. And if it does, then we are, we're going to be very quick on this one. But again, we need to give it a chance. We just need to be avoiding that premature exitulation. You know what I mean? What's up, Snicker? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Snicker. Happy birthday to you. Let's go, baby. What's up, buddy? Happy birthday. What happened to you? We were kind of thinking you just like treated yourself, no trading today. Your girlfriend is taking you out or something. You know what I mean? Oh, damn. Oh, man. What are you logging in here for then? Go enjoy yourself, man. Yeah, man. Appreciate that. Definitely appreciate that. Wish you the best of, obviously, rest of the massive day for you. Enjoy yourself. And yeah, you deserve it. Many happy returns of the day, buddy. Wish I could send you a gift. Maybe I'll make up for it in the future. In the future. Stop loss too tight. Stop loss too tight. Yes, sir. Is the stop loss too tight? You want to change your name to that? Snicker? Stop loss too tight. That is a great name actually for Snicker. He might consider that actually. Damn, I said so. It's a good name. It might stick. It just might stick. Yeah, it's just I just didn't want this to be like holding up here. All right. Get ready for another premature exitulation. Let's go. That's what we're, yeah, man, definitely you deserve it. Go and have fun. And yeah, there we go. That rug pull came in. This is what I was afraid of. Out, 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 out. Out, out. Okay. So That's why you trust the tape here, even though like this was overcrowded, way overcrowded than I was expecting. This really was clearly showing sign of proper, like when something is really heavy, I just kind of feel it, like you feel it after watching these things like hundreds and hundreds of time. That's why, you know, this exit was actually the right exit. And over here, when it started breaking that 350, 344, exit should have been, to be honest, here, not here. But because I think it was 330, so still it's all right. I mean, it's not a, you know, my original like kind of like oh shit exit would have been under 3 anyways, but still is less than what I was willing to pay for it. Tape sometimes could trick you in a lot of quick sort of exits or entries, but you have to line that up with the price action. If you can line it up with price action, then yeah, great, you'll benefit from it. But if you just concentrate on the tape itself, it's gonna just drive you mad, especially with these ones. So now, let's just, because I'm not in a trade at the moment, let's look at our swings, guys. Let's look at our swings. 940 on FREY breaks, 950 breaks. That could be a potential excuse or reason for us to add to it. The volume is getting lower and lower as per usual on this one. That's the only thing I'm not liking. But this thing is looking still rather nice from the entry of around 890s yesterday. So that's looking really, really decent. What about XM? Are we getting a chance to add to it? Okay, so XM's actually giving us a chance to probably add today. Volume is dying down on it. Yesterday had a good decent volume because it actually moved up really nicely. 1731 was the highest, but today's volume is kind of low. I want the volume to pick up. Again, as I said, 17 break is probably the add point here. It's still rejecting from 17, so we'll see. It might take a while, but if it does take that out, then I will add to it. So yeah, quite a few swings going, which is decent. Today I traded CDIO, which is like on and off, slight loser on it, not a big one. I think now it's looking like a short, to be honest, shorting opportunity, but then I'll leave it alone. This was the exit there for the second entry, and then the first entry with some partials was final exit was here. So yeah, that's it. What's up, War? What's up, Solid? How's it going, buddy? Welcome back. Good to have you back. How you doing? What is SPY doing? SPY is actually bouncing right now. There might be some opportunities on the other big names. Did you take anything? Let's have a look at what was I mentioning? Tesla being very strong, which it's not. Intraday is relatively weak. We were also looking at NVIDIA being, was it NVIDIA or something else? There was another one. NVIDIA is looking decent. SPY is bouncing. So yeah, there could be some opportunities. There could be some opportunities. My phrase moving nicely. Oh, let me just update my swings. Yeah, Thingy was moving right today. Oh, yeah, Mara. I saw Mara. I keep watch on this one. Mara was moving really nicely. Obviously, Bitcoin is moving, so really nice, really decent move. And yeah, looks kind of cool. Very nice, very, very nice. Lovely, buddy. Well done. Meta, you sculpted. I was actually looking forward to taking this entry here on Meta. I missed it, and this is a possible swing idea as well. I've been mentioning this as well last few days. And I actually tried it yesterday or the day before to cash that, but it was too early. It could still be too early, but you know, I think once it starts to break that 180, we might see some further move to the upside on this one. Yeah, so Meta swing idea missed kinda on 173s. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no, that's what happens. You know, I was trading. Bear in mind, I am already in quite a few swings at this point, and I was trading CDIO as well as CVNA as well. By the way, CVNA looks interesting right now for a possible long. Right now, in fact. Right now, 908. So I took a really decent partial on it from this long, and then final exit was just under 9. So basically, break even on this one. Just chopped me around, but I think it's got that look that it wants to do something. Yeah, there it goes, 9/9. As long as it holds over 9, it's still a long to me, in my opinion. Look at Marago. Look at Marago. So our Bitcoin is really running, right? Yeah, AMD I'll have a look at in a minute, but let's have a look at our Bitcoin. Okay, so Bitcoin daily. What is this? 5 minutes. Why is this? Dude, how do you get this thing to be black? Shoot. Dark mode. Duh. Dark mode. Anyways. Yeah, it's nicely running. Got some decent volume coming in on this. Yeah. But not as much as I was expecting on this, to be honest. Really not as much. So, are we going to be seeing some rejection coming in? There goes the rejection on Mara and also Coin as well as the others. Tell me this, guys. Is CVNA... There's the rejection, you see. CVNA related to... CVNA's got some sort of a blockchain sort of business or something like that? Carvana? It's an EV or car related, right? It's responding to the Bitcoin price action a lot recently, I've noticed. Am I wrong in thinking that this has something to do with the blockchain? Right, so Carvana is in a lot of businesses, I think. It's saying it's best lender for buying a car online. So are they a bank? They're consumer discretionary. They're in retail, right? So yeah, I'm just wondering, like every time I see Bitcoin moving or something like that, CVNA starts to kind of move. And also look at the daily. It's very similar to Mara, I believe, or Coin. Not really. Maybe I'm overthinking it. Maybe overthinking. What was I thinking about? Yeah, Coin. It's pretty much similar to Coin, yeah. That's why. No, I'm not overthinking. AMD. Let's have a look at AMD. AMD reversal might be good for short reversal coming up here, right there. The level was there, but it's broken it, unfortunately. Solid, it's broken that. It could be actually a fake breakout. Now, if it does come back under, that actually makes sense, honestly. That really makes sense. In fact, SPY is weak. That's a good short. That's a good short. That is a good short. If SPY stays under VWAP, that's perfectly fine. If you want, if you could get some sort of confirmation, I know you're going to be entering a bit late, but confirmation would be nice. $79s. 79 is here. Yeah, it could be. Hold on, let me see. $79s. Yeah, 79s. So basically what you're looking for is this zone here. Yeah, you're right. Makes sense. Totally. I'm with you on that one, buddy. Yeah. Makes sense. Yeah. We are seeing, just remember guys, this CDIO, right? Although yes, it had, obviously took me out because I had to exit prematurely. But this thing is creating some sort of a pattern that it might break. And if it does, I think this has some room. It's got some really decent room to go. So I'm watching this on the side. If I do trade, I probably won't be calling it because it's going to be probably fast. But if you do trade these kind of things, just keep this in mind. If it does start to break 350s, and then definitely 365 break, is going to bring in some really good momentum on this one. I was earlier saying it's actually a short. The fact that it actually didn't go anywhere, this is what's really making me wonder. This thing already very strong. It's got really good catalyst. It's holding its gap. It's actually holding the VWAP. It doesn't want to trade under the VWAP. There's a lot of things going for it, for possible. And when these things move, they will squeeze a lot. Because remember, a lot of convictions from the short sellers came in here. A lot of conviction. There's huge volume that came in here. Huge amount of volume. So these people, if 365, 67s break, 370 breaks, they are massively in trouble. Guess what? That's when the squeeze will happen. 4 breaks, even further panic will set in. So just keep that in mind. AMD, I'm kind of like interested. It's already gone to that level 78, 70s, and it's now rejecting from it. This is what I mean by like it could be the fake breakout and come back in. Yeah. That's a good one actually. W is creating some really decent move down. Just watching this. This one, the trade will be void if it starts trading under 3. If this thing starts trading under 3, the longs are basically gone. I'm just going to leave it alone. If it doesn't, if still holds, I'm still looking for longs on this. It's good to see Solid coming back with some really decent day. Well, actually, every day in day out, he's posting some decent trades on the Discord. Good to see you back, buddy. I'm glad that your mojo is back. Maybe not fully, but at least it's on its way to be back fully. Okay, let's just quickly go through some others. Meta was kind of big miss. AI. Don't jinx it. Let's not jinx it. You're right. You are right. AI. Kind of having trouble here. Yeah, I'm gonna hold it, guys. I'm gonna hold AI for a while. So we'll see. I know it's gonna be attacking the low of day. Maybe if it does take out the low of day, I'll come out of it. But it's a bigger picture idea anyways. We are seeing huge weakness on Tesla, which was kind of due because every day Tesla was strong, and we were expecting this kind of day coming to Tesla, which it did in the form of this weakness here. So now Tesla is weak, Apple is kind of okay. What about the rest? Amazon is kind of holding. The things that we're watching basically. Nvidia is also holding. It hasn't dropped. It's just choppy. Yeah. AMD is something that I really don't like to trade. Okay, there it goes, CDIO, guys. That's what I meant. Now it's kind of giving up. It's kind of almost there. If 3 breaks, then that's it. So basically, short sellers are in control at this point. So forget about longs. If that 3 holds and reclaims that 350, again, I'll consider it. But I kind of think that this is done. And there might be short opportunities more than the long now on this one, CDI. Yeah, they're completely against each other right now. Today especially. Meta has been... I've been eyeing Meta, to be honest, to be able to cash something. It might take a while, but I think there's a swing idea on Meta. My entry, I was looking at the break of yesterday's high, which was 173. I missed it. I was mentioning this for the last 2 days that I want to cash something on Meta, but we'll get some more opportunities on it. Tesla very weak. Pretty much very clean price action. Apart from this earlier on, very clean price action. Clear weakness. CVNA is back. CVNA is back, chopping around, volume coming in. This thing could pop. Okay. I might have missed it, guys. I might have missed it. I bloody well missed it, guys. Freaking hell. Yeah. I missed it. SPY is bouncing back towards the VWAP. That VWAP is actually kind of respected 1, 2, 3, 4 times on SPY. Let's see if it does that. It's just chop. It's just chop, guys. Look, we're looking at on SPY between 396 or 397 and 398. About $1, just over $1 chop. So unless it breaks either way out of it, we are pretty much in the chop. CVNA, you bastard. Dude, CVNA is really pissing me off. Anyways, our fray from yesterday's swing is doing really well, kinda. So our swings, where are you? Fray. Oh, let's see. XM is not doing that great, but we're still way up on this one. And fray. Fray basically yesterday was entry was about 890 on it. Really good volume initially. Usually this thing doesn't have much volume, but today, as you can see, low volume, but still is a decent one. And if it does take out that 950, we could see 975s, even 10s. So yeah, looking forward to seeing what it does. The bastard Carvana is just really messed me up. I was too early on it earlier on, trying to catch these kind of moves. I think when the Carvana bounces, it's gonna bounce very big. That was the whole idea behind it. Otherwise, I wouldn't touch this thing. It's just too beaten down. When it bounces, it's gonna bounce big. At least towards 10. So. Come on, Frey. Keep chugging along, Baba. Alright, what am I watching? Meta. Let's have a look at these ones, guys. Let's have a look at these bad boys. And these bad boys. AI, I might actually scale in now on this one. Sophie. SOUN, not much, nothing going on. Frey is doing really well, actually. Frey. FNGU. Spot. XM. Not much. There's on XM. We're getting a lot of pressure from the 17s. Today as well, it goes to tick just by one tick, 1 cent, and then rejects from it. Yesterday as well, it broke, but it came back down, reclaimed it. SAC. I did mention I was out on this one, on the long, on the... Oh, let me just update that actually. I forgot about it completely. What was it? SAC out all out under... I was close to 17s basically. So we have now holding XM and Frey. Still holding XM and Frey, yeah? So that's just to keep you updated on that. SHC is done, at least for now. Mara, so coin should be moving really nicely as well. Wow, coin is doing some decent move from 59.50s, 60s all the way to 64s. Dude, Nvidia is very choppy, very choppy. I still think that Nvidia might give us some short opportunities, better short opportunities, because it's way overextended without a decent pullback. So I'm thinking shorting opportunities might be better on Nvidia than everything else. So keep an eye on that. Meta is looking like it wants to. So we are kind of seeing some sort of a drift off even on the stronger ones. So maybe we might see weakness coming into the market, guys. Maybe. Just saying it. AMD basically, look at this, guys. Beautiful. I'm sure Solid took this. Come on, Solid. You've got to be taking this, right? You can't just sit there and not take that, right? Especially the double top rejection there. This is what I meant by confirmation. Like, you don't have to take the first instance. Just wait for it to create some sort of a pattern, some sort of a confirmation that tells you, well, you know what, this is looking good. So yeah, that's the start of the move. Now I think it has more room. VWAP should be your first partial if you have taken something here for real, and then you've got quite a bit of room actually. Low of day could be the target, but even then, if SPY starts to move, I think this could move. Oh, you stingy ass. You, what do I call you? Like, you want 79, bro. Dude. You one of those, huh? You're one of those. I want all or none. On all or none. Personally, I don't do that. I'm okay. I'm okay with a little bit. That's why I most of the time I'm early. That gets me in trouble as well. I'm not gonna lie. That gets me in a lot of trouble, but it gets me in a lot of good trades as well. See, for example, if I was watching this, I probably would have taken it like without hesitation, especially if I was watching it from the beginning. You're cheap. Yep, that's what I meant. You're cheap, bro. AMC also was one of the ones that we were watching, but just choppy. It actually does a really decent move, but doesn't go anywhere. I think earnings is very near, isn't it? Today, is it? Post-market? Yeah, today is the earnings. So I think this run might be the anticipation to the earnings. And if that earnings turns out to be bad, oh boy, oh boy. But if it beats the estimates, then it has to beat it by a lot though, because this anticipation probably is because they are anticipating it's going to beat their estimates, and it has to be beating it by miles. We'll see. User. Yeah, so I was looking at these ones. I don't see anything. My XM is really curling back up. SSC is gone. SPOT. And I was looking at Snap as well. Snap. Nope. No, doesn't look good at all. Does not look good. A laser. GVNA. AI on the break of 23s, I might add to it. Right, so far for me, guys, it's pretty much, I would say, pretty um, low, very small day, I would say. I think I'm a bit smaller red in the red side. I would call it a break even of some sort. CDIO is the one. First trade was kind of decent winner, but then the second trade just got me out. Again, it was early exit. I would have gotten out here, so that's not even 1 hour. So yeah, I mean small green, but then on the CVNA again break even. So yeah, break even or slight with commissions and everything. It might be, yeah, break even. I would say break even for the day. And my swings are okay. I don't need to touch those swings, guys. They're doing okay. They're doing fine. However, AI is something that I am still in, and this is one of those that I actually chased because I really wanted to take over the 23 break, which was the potential here, and then I gave about 30 cents chase on it. Maybe about 20, at least 20 cents chase, which is fine. It was a chase size anyway, so I'm gonna maintain this unless it starts to completely wash off under VWAP. I'll see what it does in the next half an hour or 1 hour. I might exit around here or the break of this area here. I can also keep it until, but I just don't like the daily. If it's gonna be under VWAP, it's not gonna look good on the daily. So by the end of the day, I might close this if it's not reclaiming that 23. Now, if it does reclaim the 23 and starts trading over it, then yeah, I'll probably add to it as I wanted to add on the break of 23. And then comes the 24. If in the next few days we have break of 24s, I'll add a few more times on the 24. So as you can see, it's really slow start on this one because I know I'm very, very, very early on this. Anyways, that's pretty much it, guys. I'm gonna go. I have to go early today, unfortunately. I'm not looking for any day trades at this point. If you are, just keep an eye on SPY, guys. It's just choppy. As you can see, this is $1 range, 398, 397, $1 range. Let it break out, either to the upside or the downside, and then you can make your decisions whether you want to take that large caps or not. That's pretty much it. All right, guys. I wish you the best of luck, and I'll see you tomorrow at 8 a.m. EST, hopefully. And take it easy. Stay safe. Peace.